You know, I've always been interested in gangs and stuff, not to be affiliated with them personally, but I've always been interested in the story and the backdrop behind the reasons why individuals get involved in gangs. I've watched loads of gang movies growing up and stuff like that. You know, they're good to watch, aren't they? But there's a video I've just came across a bit of footage in terms of the gang problem in America and the most dangerous cities associated with that. This footage is unbelievable, troops. Hopefully the guy doesn't mind me doing a bit of reaction to it, so the links will be in the description. But what do you think it'd be like visiting the most dangerous city in America? I can tell you from first-hand experience being to America, I didn't really go to that many bad places, okay? I went to some fantastic places, but there is a lot of bad places in America, just like there is in England, okay? If you venture off into certain parts of London and you're not of a certain colour, you're gonna be in a lot of trouble. That goes without saying. I know, I've lived it, I've experienced it. But what's it like in America? Let's just get into this, guys. It's interesting as hell.
Hey, I'm Tommy G, and you might be wondering how I got here. I have a reputation for getting crazy things on camera.
So Tommy G, the link will be in the description with some of the original footage. I'm not going to be doing all of the footage, guys. I'm going to be, going through different parts.
These fellas heard I was coming to their city, and they told me to link up, so I did. This is a story of St. Louis.
Homicide in East St. Louis.
New video tonight, gunfire outside of a gas station. Leaving loved ones killed in the last week as police in East St. Louis investigate. The mother of one of the victims has had it.
Wait, so St. Louis? I don't even know where St. Louis is, but it doesn't sound like a place that would be pretty bad. I mean, it is got Saint in the title after all, but isn't that where Muhammad Ali was born? St. Louis, or am I thinking something wrong? Let me know in the chat, guys.
We're about 20 minutes outside of St. Louis. Let's talk to the locals and see if they think this is a good idea and what advice they have for us. We're going to St. Louis. It's apparently the #1 murder capital in this country. Is that something you're familiar with or you've heard anything about?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, that seems crazy to have the #1 murder spot. I mean, that's a pretty big deal, bearing in mind how many guns and stuff are widely available in the US. That's insane.
Yes, I have.
Is that a place you ever go to?
No, it's a place I avoid.
Too scary?
Oh, most definitely. I went there for last year's 4th of July. I swear, I heard gunshots everywhere more than I did fireworks.
Really?
Oh, that's what I love about America at the same time. It's like, it's firework night, but we're just going to get the guns out instead and start yee-hawing in the air.
Yeah.
So if we're going to meet a gang strapper, do you think that's a good idea?
I don't. For your safety and as a mom, stay away.
We're doing a documentary
Oh, she just dropped the "as a mom" phrase. You know she means business when she said that.
on St. Louis. Is it crazy as people say it is?
I will say that there's a lot of murders up there, probably at least once a day, the bare minimum.
Do you guys go in there strapped, or do you just stay out of certain neighborhoods, or what?
Be able to run quick, really. I keep to myself. I don't look nowhere I shouldn't be looking.
Because we're going to meet some gangster rappers.
Hang on a minute. So there's murders every day, and your main focus when you're there is to not look certain ways. So if you look a certain way in St. Louis, you're going to get killed. So these guys are rolling with, weapons potentially just to defend themselves. So that's blows my mind, guys. Again, I'm an ignorant British guy who does not have that same level of fear within my everyday living, okay?
Baby.
How you feeling, Tom?
It's nice when you can pull up and at least be like, hey, yo, like it's Daryl or it's fucking Terrence or Zachary. I don't know anyone, but we're pulling up and these guys are like, yeah, we're here. And
listen, if you're called Daryl or Terrence, you're going to get a load of trouble anyway. Even if you're in England and you roll up and you're saying, hey, it's Terrence, you're gonna be in a world of pain, aren't you, with a name like that? Not discriminating against names and stuff, People might say mine's funny.
And then you beat them there to their own spot. It's like, what the... Oh, let's see. I think that's them.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, fellas?
How's it going, boss?
Yeah, I can park whatever you want.
All right.
Wait, this is the thing that I'm not understanding. Why would you willingly go and visit gangs in the most dangerous city in America? That's the bit I don't really get. It seems a stupid idea. I would never do that for any kind of footage in the United Kingdom. I don't know, unless it's war journalism or something like that. You're not getting me going to the most dangerous place in the UK and taking footage, guys. Sorry if you're waiting for that. It's just not happening.
Who is this?
This is our people, fam.
You guys got the whole crew rolling in, huh? How would you describe this city?
Man, this motherfucker gruesome. Goddamn me, this motherfucker real deal. Goddamn me, you gotta
What the hell? He's got to... I'm not used to seeing this kind of stuff, guys. You'd be lucky if you see that kind of stuff in certain parts of the military, all right? You know, most parts of the British Army, for instance, will be lucky if they see an SA-80. If you're a clerk in the army, you're not gonna handle weapons. Maybe once every year or something to do your test. But this dude's rolling around with a submachine gun, something you wouldn't see too often, and unless you're in a, you know, something like what I was in, the Commandos or the Parachute Regiment or the Special Forces. It's just not something that you do.
So what do you guys spend your time doing in the summer?
Yeah, we out here getting money, shooting videos, fucking hoes. I just got on somebody's ass last night, if you want to be honest, cuz. I ain't trying to get you fed on this bitch, cuz.
If you want to be honest, cuz. And by the way, did you see Jake Paul the other night? He said, "Kerr." It doesn't. There's a certain demographic who shouldn't say that word, I think, because it just sounds stupid. It looks as if imagine me saying that as a phrase and just be like trying to pretend that that's part of my culture. Jake Paul is such a phony. Off topic. Let's get back into it.
No. Hey, so what's the vision? What do you see the future looking like?
Man, I see the future. I'm taking over this bitch. I'm gonna be the king of this bitch, man. You gonna see me everywhere.
So you guys can just chill outside like this and not worry about it?
I'm not worried about shit. Nigga know not to play with me, nigga.
See, I do feel sorry for them lads, all right? The young lads, then they're born in a place that's deprived, no money, no real opportunities. They're very easy to lose your way when society gives you that card in life, all right? So I can't say I can blame these guys living like that. Yes, it's not a way I would want, you know, to live myself. You do make certain choices in life, but there's only so many choices you can make if you're brought up that way and you've been built and constructed in a certain way that's all you know. So there's a part of me feels sorry and feels pity for them almost, you know. It's not a nice situation to be in, and I certainly wouldn't wish it on anyone. So yeah, my heart kind of goes out to them young lads because potentially there's, there's politicians among them. Potentially there's officers in the military among them. Potentially there's doctors among them. The chances are skewed with the reality of the environment, and that's the most unfortunate part of it, guys. All right, you can see that all over the globe, not just America.
So no neighbor gets worried about this and they're like, hey, this looks a little sketchy.
Jesus. I mean, I know weed's legalized in most parts of America now, but yeah, that wouldn't be happening in the UK, period.
Wow. Think I smell it? Good stuff. You guys have good stuff? You're going on a date. What do you do for your first date? What do you take her out and do?
I ain't gonna lie. I'm just trying to fuck. We ain't going on no dates. Not in St. Louis. Don't do it.
Sucking dicks, going to the next click.
Do you guys want to get married one day?
No.
No?
Fuck no.
Why not?
Fuck marriage. Why you? I want to have hella baby mamas. I ain't gonna lie.
You want to have hella baby mamas?
Hella something.
You guys got to DM me some music videos so I can check them out and I can link them.
You see, the attitude, it's an attitude thing. You can tell it's a front because of the guys who they surround themselves with. So it's a dog-eat-dog cycle of, I'm going to pretend to be a certain way because everyone else is that way. We can't break out from being that way because this is the society in which they've been brought up in, the environment in which they live. It's just an endless cycle of shit. And, you know, the kids will be brought up in the exact same way without a mom or a dad, in this case, unable to sustain a normal functional family being and lifestyle. It's just something that's just going to, you know, continue to grow out of control. So the hood, as you would say over America, stays the hood. You never ever really see these areas get regenerated, and it's really hard for anyone to break out of these areas, that's for sure.
These guys are seriously good rappers. Their music videos are captivating. I hope music is something they chase. Their links are in my description. Go blow them up. Comment Gorilla Gang. Thank you.
Hey, do this. The lingo. You gotta start the camera.
So there's talent there, you know. These lads they're good at something, you know. You find most groups of people, right? They'll have something that they're really good at, and people will be shocked at that. And it's like, well, yeah, most people are good at stuff. It doesn't matter where you're from. The shame with this is that they're probably not going to be able to, reach their full potential because of things. And I get it; it is choice in a way, all right. I see it all the time. But I've worked with, with young adults myself in a college environment, and a lot of those students came from deprived areas, came from broken families, came from a lot of stuff that I wasn't, used to when I was brought up, and it was hard for them. But they They did make choices to get out of that, but it was still really, really hard for them to break away from their environment in which they were in, despite having all of the help from the likes of me and the other team that we had, who were all ex-military at the time. So we give the best advice. Not always was it listened. Not always could they act upon it as well. It's a real tricky thing, this. Socially, I think it's one of the hardest things to combat in society. So let's have a look at some of the crime stats for St. Louis Police Department up till November 17th. So it's really, really accurate, actually. 2022, just the homicide analysis. So 2022, 172 so far. Last year was like 199. So they're encroaching on that, and we've still got like a month left. Probably going to end up around the same. 2020 was a bad year, 263. It seems to be lingering around the 200 mark, which is, I don't know how big, the area is. Let's take a look, actually. Just zoom into this a little bit. I'm not sure if that's like the whole of St. Louis, the bit that's outlined in red, because it's got East St. Louis here. I think that is just crime stats for this area in particular, which doesn't look too big. I can't be right, can it? Yeah, so you got St. Louis there. It's in Missouri. I didn't realize it was Missouri. Yes, it can't be. Yeah, it's just St. Louis in terms of the city itself. So that's there. That there's for where the crime stats are, and we're talking about it's 2 kilometers, 2, 4, 6, about 6 kilometers wide by about 15 kilometers long is what I'm getting off the map anyway. So. Yeah, it's not really big when you think about it. St. Louis is a major city in Missouri along the Mississippi River. It's an iconic 630-foot gateway arch built in the 1960s, honors the early 19th century exploration of the Lewis and Clark America westward expansion in general. So, it looks quite a nice place, to be honest with you. Not that I've been or anything, but yeah, it looks all right. So the crime stats, there's quite a lot of murders there. Again, this year, 172. Current year motives argument is the big one. Unknown, 118. There you go. So the police haven't actually found out what the motive was. That's a real problem in the police force. If you can't tell me why these guys are killing each other, then that's insane. Age, 17 and under. Victim and suspect. Here's the suspects. Males. As you can see, the male suspects is overwhelming. Compared to females, 111 suspects, 142 victims for male, 30 victims were female, 17 and under. So not that much. The crime is actually 20 to 29-year-olds is prevalent against all of those. I wonder why in this bit, though. This is interesting in terms of the gender profiling, which is happening here. They've only got statistics for Black. What about Hispanic? Because look at this. Other is 69. So that's an awful lot of people who they're classifying as unknown. How can you have unknown suspects for a crime when you know it's happened? That doesn't make sense. Either that's a lot of dodgy, noting down of things. But how can you have suspects? They're a suspect and not know what they are. I don't know. I don't really like that graph too much, to be fair. Bladed weapon, firearms, 217 were firearms. So the big weapon, the weapon of choice is a gun. Bludgeoned, 1 bladed weapon. See, in London, that would be bladed weapons, okay? That number would be reversed in London for blades. They like to use knives down London, and in England now it's spreading all over the place, okay? Wow, absolutely mental, troops, that. Honestly, taking me by surprise a bit.
My mama like.
Did you guys fuck with Trump or Biden or none of them?
I fuck with Trump.
You guys like Trump?
Even though the media was more than Biden. Even though the media was trying to do all that other shit. Trump was on some real shit. I vote for Trump.
Okay, so the lads are voting for Trump. Make of that as you wish.
Schools up and shit, they been letting go and all that. They gotta go. They under the ball. Under the ball.
So school shooters, lock them up.
They gotta go
forever.
No, ain't no saying no daylight, no none of that. You eat once a day. You don't
eat it all, nigga. You shooting up schools.
What would you change about the city?
The city. One thing you can't change shit about the city.
You want to blink?
No, I don't. Is there any positive message you guys can part ways with? Like, what's something positive you can say? I think there's a lot of people that want you guys to win. There's a lot of people that want success for the city. You know what I mean?
I don't even know the city. I want these guys to win, all right? I haven't really got that much experience of America, although I've been there for a few months. It's nothing in comparison to living there your whole life, especially in deprived areas. Let me know, guys. Have you been victim to any of this? If you live in St. Louis, perhaps, let me know what you think of it. But this is a topic that you want me to delve into a little bit more, then I definitely will do, guys. All right, it's something that it actually means a lot to me, really, because I'm quite what's the word? The generation below me, or the current generation, I'm really wanting successful people to come out of my generation and the one below us. But in order to do that, we need to construct a good living environment for all to live in. You shouldn't be living like that in America, the greatest country on the planet, as far as I'm concerned. They should be full of opportunities for them guys, and it's just not, all right? Talented as well, rap music and stuff, whatever you're into. They've got the talent, they just need the opportunity. They need the environment to be changed. In order for that to happen, you need money to be pumped into the city areas. Firearms, I don't know, guys. I'm not going to get into that one on today's show because it's just a dodgy topic in general with America, with the amendments you have and stuff like that. But I get it. I don't know, though. It's a tricky one. But that's visiting the most dangerous city in America. Link will be in the description for full video, guys. He's got bottle, that's for sure. That's something I wouldn't do. But hey, if you want to see me do that in England, let me know. I might have adventures down south one time. But if you like the video, guys, smash the like button, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.